Here's a season to be jolly, fa la 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 la, fuck off. It's that time of year again, it's fucking Christmas. Which means that there's gonna be family parties, work parties, all that kind of wonderful stuff. And we're gonna see a lot of people who we see maybe 2-3 times a year. Aunts, uncles, cousins. Doesn't matter, it could be any one of these. And the one thing people always ask is, hey, what are you up to? And you can be working, you can have a steady income, you can have a wonderful family life. Just wait till you tell people, oh, I'm also into comic books, I'm also a cosplayer, I like to dress up as an orc and play Dungeons and Dragons with my friends, or I'm just like gaming in general. People always look at people who say stuff like that like we are kids. I myself, I'm 32 years old and I get looks like that all the time from coworkers, from family members. And you know what? I don't care. And neither should any of you. Because just like any hobby, everything has its benefits and its downsides. And speaking about benefits, that's what this top 5 is about. Here are the top 5 reasons why we all do what we do. At number 5, we find the social aspect of it all. Because whether it's D&D, it's video games, it's cosplay, most of this is done with other people. I mean, sure, with video games you can be sitting on your own in a room, but still, if you're playing stuff like Call of Duty, like Dark Souls, like GTA 5 Online, it's all with other people around. If you're a cosplayer, you go to shows, you maybe have your own cosplaying group, you enact battles from famous movies. All of these things are with other people. Sure, sitting in a corner reading a comic book or a fantasy novel or sci-fi, fine, that's doing stuff on your own. There is not a single person out there who doesn't do this kind of stuff, who doesn't like to sit in a corner reading something, whether it be a magazine, a newspaper or a comic book. What's the difference? But still, nerds, geeks, gamers, we do have an actual social life. And it's quite active. If you look at, like on a PlayStation, again I'm going with video games here, you have a list of the people you've come across over the course of a gaming session. And you'll be surprised how many people actually show up there. So when most people tell you that playing video games, that being into comic books, that being a nerd, a geek is an anti-social thing, they are dead wrong. The social aspects are an important part of being who we are. At number 4, the escapism. Being away from this world. Again, whether it's in video games, comic books or cosplay, for the moment you are playing, for the moment you are reading, for the moment you are enacting, you are being someone who you are not at that time. You let go of all the worries you might have in this world and just play as a different person. Be a different person. Some people do drugs, some people drink booze to escape everything they come across in their lives. We as nerds and geeks, we have rather expensive escapism techniques, but still it's doing the same. What would you rather be? A junkie or an alcoholic or a nerd and a geek? To me, the choice is quite simple. The third one on this list kind of goes hand in hand with the escapism. I do think this is more accurate for video games than for comic books or fancy novels or cosplay, and it's about being a hero. Now, of course, you can be a hero in real life. I mean, people who are watching this might be firefighters or police officers, or just being in healthcare, because those are heroes to me as well. And I think you can find something heroic in every person. But there's still a difference between being a hero or hero character in real life and being a hero character in like a video game. Just think about it. Like saving the world as a lone survivor from Fallout. Saving the world as a Dragonborn from Skyrim. You can be this person. You can play him as you want to play him or her. And that's what it's all about. Living out a fantasy. Being the hero in the story you are building yourself. Same goes for Dungeons & Dragons. You are being a character and you get the chance to be the hero. Do stuff on paper which you've always dreamt about perhaps doing in real life. And that's just a wonderful aspect of our whole fandoms. At the number 2 spot, I've put interactivity. Now, interactivity, what I mean by that is basically some kind of immersion. Because a lot of people who watch football, who watch the NBA, who watch the Champions League, all that stuff, and get really invested in it. They yell at the TV when a player makes a goal or scores a point or a basket, whatever it is. And they yell at the TV when the referee does something that they don't agree with. But if you do that with a video game, with a movie, with a TV series you're invested in, all of a sudden it's weird. Why? Why is sitting in front of a screen for the duration of a soccer game or a tennis match and being interactive with that weird, while doing the same with a video game, a comic book, a TV series you adore? Why is that not okay? Another aspect of this interactivity we especially find in video games. And in Dungeons & Dragons, to be honest. Like, you're part of it. You're not just watching from the sideline doing nothing at all. You're actually there. Just take a game like Detroit Become Human, where every choice you make matters. We're basically playing a movie instead of just watching it. You can't get the same feeling from a soccer game. You can't get it from a tennis match. It's the interactivity. It's not just sitting on a couch doing nothing and just yelling at people who can't hear you. It's sitting on a couch and actually engaging with what you are doing on a level where you can change stuff. Where if a character does something you don't agree with, in a video game, in Dungeons & Dragons, you can actually make a difference at that moment. It's not so much on TV series and on movies that you can actually change something, but it's definitely true for Dungeons & Dragons, for tabletop gaming, for video gaming, for board games. You are part of the story. You are being interactive with the world that's been built, with what's going on the screen or on the desk in front of you. And it's a lot more satisfying to change stuff that you can than just sitting there and screaming endlessly against the TV, which will never change at all. Now, at the top spot of reasons why we do what we do is a very simple reason. Because we fucking want to. Strip away the immersion, strip away the social aspect, strip away the quest for being a hero, strip away the interactivity. What it boils down to is that we like doing these things. We have fun doing these things. We enjoy these activities, whether it be alone or in a group. We enjoy being nerds and geeks. We enjoy the activities that go around it. Whether you're sitting in a corner reading a sci-fi book, whether you're out and about in a bar, sitting there perhaps just playing D&D with others, just discussing movies, playing co-op games with your friends, playing online with your friends, playing by yourself, reading by yourself. It doesn't matter. Because it's what we like. And the moment someone tells you that you are weird, that you don't fit in, that you don't adhere to the social norm for just being who you are, then that other person has a problem and not you. And as a message I kind of want to leave you guys with, that it's okay to be a nerd, it's okay to be a geek, it's okay to be a gamer. If you enjoy what you do, don't let anyone ever convince you that it's wrong. So, these are my 5 reasons why we do what we do, and we bloody well love it. If you like this video, leave it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have anything to add or anything to change about the list. Share it with your friends because it does help us grow a lot. And as always, please click the subscribe button if you haven't already to stay up to date to all the wonderful content we are putting out here. As for now, it's goodbye from me.